After nearly 2 years, The Night Agent returned with its gripping second season, picking up where it left off, but taking the tension to new heights. This time, Peter Sutherland finds himself navigating of leaked intelligence, political corruption, and the threat of chemical warfare, all while operating in a volatile and dangerous environment. Let's break down what happened in this season and unravel the explosive finale. Season 2 recap and key storylines. This season expanded its scope with multiple interconnected plots. At its heart were the devastating leaks of classified intel and the looming threat of a chemical attack in New York City. The Bala family emerged as the primary antagonists, driven by revenge for Victor Bala, who was imprisoned for war crimes. His relatives sought to retaliate against the West, either by exposing the controversial Foxglove program or using a deadly chemical weapon, KX, one with no known antidote. This internal family conflict ultimately led to their downfall as differing goals and moral divides tore them apart. Meanwhile, it was revealed that presidential candidate Knox had authorized the Foxglove program and was complicit in leaking information to Victor. When this was exposed, Knox withdrew from the race, effectively handing a victory to his opponent, Hagen. Peter and Rose worked together to prevent the chemical attack, but Peter made significant sacrifices, including defying orders and releasing a middleman tied to Monroe, a powerful player in the intelligence underworld. Monroe's shady dealings created a direct threat to national security, as he could potentially trade classified intel flowing from the president's office. The ending explained. In the final moments, Catherine, now poised as a key authority figure, made a bold decision. Rather than imprison Peter for his actions, she assigned him to operate as a double agent. Tasked with keeping tabs on Monroe while reporting back to Catherine, Peter now faces the dangerous challenge of balancing loyalty to his country with the risks of working alongside Monroe. The season's subplot involving the Iranian embassy also reached a bittersweet resolution. Noor, who risked everything to expose plans to assassinate dissidents in France, found herself starting a new life in New York. While she saved lives, the weight of her choices, alienation from her homeland, and her family's struggles served as a stark reminder of the sacrifices involved in doing what's right. Meanwhile, Rose decided to move back to California to focus on her career after Peter urged her not to stay in his dangerous orbit. This farewell had shades of Spider-Man, where Peter Parker distances himself from Mary Jane to protect her from his enemies. Looking ahead to Season 3, the closing scenes of Season 2 laid the groundwork for an even more suspenseful and high-stakes third season. With Monroe now in close proximity to the president, the risk of confidential information falling into the wrong hands becomes a central concern. This opens the door for a narrative packed with heightened tension and deeply personal, politically charged conflicts. Chelsea's growing prominence within the president's security team hints at her stepping into a more pivotal role next season. Meanwhile, the question of whether Rose will return or if a new female lead will emerge adds a layer of intrigue. Regardless, the setup promises greater betrayals, complex dynamics, and intense showdowns to come. Season 2 review. Season 2 upheld the nail-biting pace and intricate storylines that made the series a standout, with its 10 nearly hour-long episodes offering the depth and development often seen in classic Netflix originals. The expanded universe, including the Bala family's quest for revenge and the Iranian embassy subplot, added richness to the narrative. However, certain character arcs, like Rose's inconsistent decisions, occasionally felt less cohesive. Still, the season successfully balanced its multiple storylines and delivered on suspense and emotional stakes. The finale may have left us with more questions than answers, but it also established a solid foundation for what could be an even more gripping third installment. If you haven't yet explored The Night Agent, now is the perfect time to immerse yourself in this captivating espionage series. What were your thoughts on Season 2? Are you anticipating the next chapter? Share your take.